How's it going, guys? Today we're actually going to be doing the radiator flush and more of like a drainage, and we're going to change the fluid on it. So we're going to put more coolant into the radiator right now. I'm actually at my friend's shop, so I can't really talk a whole lot, but kind of get like an idea of where we're at. Does wraps for impressive wrap. So everything's been drained already. I can show you where everything's at. It's just like a little plug on the bottom of the radiator, but it's nothing too crazy. They're working on a couple of other cars. We did my friend's radiator already. He's doing his girlfriend's, and I'm gonna do mine as soon as they're done with theirs. Okay, so what we need to do, I already drained all the coolant out. I got this little cap right here. This is supposed to be the petcock, whatever the hell it's called. And it's gonna go into the radiator, close everything back up. So you're gonna come with me, I'll show you where it's at. So we are like top dead center of the floor, as you can see, going straight down. I already had it cooling out, so everything should be drained. Let it sit there for a while. So it's just right in here. Let me spill it up. Right here. It's right in there. All you gotta do is just turn it back in. We gotta drag the coolant out. Holy crap, that's a lot. This is 2 cars worth right here. We did this car, and we're doing this one. All that nasty stuff. So before we do anything else, I gotta make sure that I get the reservoir. That thing right there, that's gotta get dragged out. And then I'm gonna put the adapter for the funnel here in just a sec, but let me take this out. All you gotta do is unscrew this, and then this just kind of like comes out like that. You can just drain whatever's out. And that's it. Just gotta clean that out, so we'll go rinse it out and put it back in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the adapter fitting for this. This is the funnel we're gonna be using. We're gonna go ahead and put this first. So you put this end like this into where the fill for the radiator goes. You slip this over like this, go in, and then just close it like any other radiator cap. Boom, done. And now you just slip the funnel in like this. Secure, take this little plug out, and we're ready to start filling. We're gonna open this sucker up here. You can see it, that's the bleeder screw for the radiator. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill this up very slowly, and then as soon as this starts pouring coolant out, we're gonna stop. So what you're gonna need to open the bleeder screw is a 12 millimeter here. Okay, so this is what we're gonna be using today to put it into the radiator. Is the Honda Type 2 loop. So here we go, we start pouring it in slowly. I'm gonna have to apologize for the noise and everything, but here's what happened. So I filled 1 full gallon completely. That went all the way to the bottom, and if nothing happened, everything just went straight into the radiator. Now I did this one, it's still about like half left, so I'm gonna leave that for later, and I put the rest of whatever was left over in there. And I replaced the adapter for the filter for the funnel back with the radiator cap. This actually started flowing out with coolant, and if you can see, it's kind of blue. So that started overflowing, so I closed that up really quick, and everything should be good. What I'm gonna do is now you gotta go inside, put all the dials to hot. I'll run the car for about 2 minutes until you feel the heat. And then once that's done, I'm gonna show you the next step. It's gonna go on high heat, and we're gonna put this fan all the way to the top. Turn that off. There, take this out of the way. Make sure everything is full open. So I'm keeping the RPMs around 2,500 to about 3,000 in the meantime, just so I can have the car warm up a little faster. The air is already getting really hot, so that's a good sign. That shows that there's no air in the system. So you can see I'm at 4 bars already. I don't know how well you can see it. There's 4 bars. Everything's pretty good so far, getting nice and hot. So I'm just gonna run it for like another minute, and then once that's over, I'm gonna go ahead and shut the car and we're gonna do the next step. We're performing surgery on my friend's car, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you what the next step is. The next step is to open this ever so slightly, just so you can hear hissing. You guys won't be able to hear it because of the sound, but I can hear it. It's very slight. Gotta open it for about 15 to 30 seconds. And once it stops, you can open up the radiator cap and start filling more coolant in. Okay, so the hissing stopped. The next thing you gotta do before you open up the radiator cap is to get a rag and put it over the top part of the hose for the radiator. So it's just this one right here. This guy right here. What you're gonna do is with that still open, you're gonna squeeze it until it stops hissing. Once it stops hissing, you can go ahead and close that up first and then let go of the hose. I apologize for the sound, guys. I know it's gonna be really rough with the sound in the background, but I'm doing my best with the space that I got and where I'm working at, so bear with me on that. But anyway, I just did the last part of the process, which was as soon as you open up the radiator cap after doing that little bit that we just did right now, you gotta fill it up. It's not gonna fill up all the way, but it's gonna fill up just enough. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and run the car again for 2 minutes. I'm gonna scan the vents for heat, and I'm gonna keep an eye on the temperature gauge. So as long as you get heat within the first 2 minutes of you turning on the car, you should be fine. But just keep in mind, you gotta keep monitoring the car and just keep on filling it until there's absolutely no more air left into the system, and you should be good. But in the meantime, I'm gonna start the car and we're gonna run it until it gets hot. I'm doing the same thing I did last time, which was keeping it around 2,500 to 3,000 RPM. Keeping an eye on that temperature, but the heat is already coming out from the vent, so it is getting pretty hot. So that's a pretty good sign already. So that means that the heater core is working. We are getting all the air out of the system. We have 7 bars up top. We're at about 3,000 RPM. It is blowing freaking hot, so that's a good sign. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and turn everything off and repeat the process. Okay, so we repeated that second step again. Everything should be fine. What I did was I filled up the radiator with a little bit more coolant without using the funnel, and I closed it back up. Now I'm gonna put some coolant in here until the max line, which is that right there. And I think we should be good. Just so you can play a little safe, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill about half over the overfill line on the reservoir, on the external reservoir. Just like right here. So I'm put about a little bit more like right here, and then we should be good. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run everything one last time. So I'm gonna turn on the car, put everything on high, again, the same thing. And let's see what happens. So we're gonna run it for about 3 minutes this time. It's already blowing hot, so that's a good sign, but let's run a little bit more and see if we can get it to either blow even hotter or keep consistent with the heat. And I think that's it. That'll be done. Okay, everything checks out fine. The heater is blowing extremely hot. You put your fingers next to the vents and they start burning, so that's a good sign. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys next time.